Okay, so there's a rundown of our ALLHONE sharpening invention. It's a New Zealand patent, and how it was conceived. So we were in the bush, and I have my convex sharpener, which is a sandpaper on top of a flex or resilient material on a supporting block, and just to attach the sanding paper on there. I mean, it works really well. It produces a really sharp edge, but it's a little bit awkward to connect it onto. We're using as a rubber band to connect it, and it passes through some slots at the other end, and by friction it's held in place. And but it's just a little bit awkward, and people just find it a little bit hard. And anyway, we were in the bush, and my son, of course, says, I'm better than you, Dad, so I'm just going to make something a little bit simpler for people to use. So he went about and came up with this idea in the long run of trying different things, of just using some double-sided adhesive tape to put it onto the support block. So it's a matter of just moving the backing and sticking it on. It's as simple as that. It seems real simple, but nobody else has done it. There's one with Velcro, but that's not as sturdy as this method, because when you try and remove with Velcro, you can do it with the fingers, and it's also will be dirty when for chefs and that kind of thing. And this one you can actually put it through a washing machine if you wanted to. But with the Velcro you could remove it with your fingers. With this you cannot. You have to use a tool and then lever it off. Even with this knife here, I mean you could use it, but the best way I've found is actually just getting a paint scraper and placing it like this, and then lining it up, and then tapping with a hammer to remove it. It's on that well. So that is the difference between that, but it is replaceable. It's not, you just can't rip it off with your fingers and replace it. You have to use a tool to be able to do that. And we put a bevel on the other end, so you can actually put your knife blade in there to lever it off. So that basically covers that. Now, how does it work? So we've also got these angles on it as well, and there's one at 10 currently and one 12.5. 12.5 is for the thinner spined ones, and sort of up to 2 mil thick at the spine here, and that gives you, on the 12.5 degree one, it gives you roughly around about a 15, near to a 15 degree angle. 15 degree angle on one side is good, I reckon, for most knives. So for a thicker one like this one, which is 3 mil, the angle of this planer here is about 4 mils. So if you've got a 10 mil here, you're ending up with about 14 degrees that you're sharpening at. And the method is, there's a coarse side, you start on that, you wet it, and then just go like this, rotating around, and then repeat on the other side, and use the full length of the blade, obviously, and then of the stone, obviously, and then just go to the other side, which is a finer 3000 grit. So on one side you got 1200 or 1000, and on this side you got 3000, and you repeat that, and you spend most of your time on this side here until you get to shaving sharp. Now the idea is you don't spend a lot of time on one side, because what you can do when you're doing that is you end up producing a burr. You can feel if there's a burr on here by running your thumb like this, and you'll feel if it's rough. And if that has happened, you want to go back to the drawing board and just go from one side to the other really quick and short, and that will break off the burr or the feather, and it will either break away or just disappear, and then you'll be back to shaving sharp apex. Now the main thing about the angles is it speeds up sharpening, so you're always on the same angle all the time, rather than by freehand. We end up removing stock off the edge that's not actually on the edge, so it's a lot faster. So not only can you replace the stones, which is the patent, but you can also speed up your sharpening process with our ALLHONE Angle Speed Sharpener. And that sums it up.